guys, welcome back to my channel. You are locked in at the right place and at the right time. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieve this glow that we've got going on right now with my simple steps at home. I'm really big on self-care, especially for skin. I feel like it's the most relaxing time in my self-care routines as I have so many for so many different aspects in my life. But I love, in particular, giving myself a nice at-home facial, and this is the perfect time for you to do the same thing and for you to just rummage through your skincare and see what you have and how you can also relax yourself whilst being at home. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll see you guys throughout it. Bye guys! So the first thing that I'm going to do is tie my hair back, and because I have day 2 hair, I'm not going to manipulate it by using a scrunchie. Instead, I'm just going to use a headband, and that way when I take it out, my hair won't have like a huge dent and I can still rock it for the next few days. So I'm using this headband from Airy, and to align with the vibe of today's video with all the pretty colours of my kimono, I am going to use this one. So to begin, I'm going to use a cleanser from Kiehl to really get my skin nice and clean to begin the process. I love anything that Kiehl's have because their skincare is very much transformative, and I've really seen long-lasting results from using their dark spot solution to their micro refining gel, whatever it is that I put on my back. I now have a really good skincare routine for my back. As you guys know, I have body acne, so if you guys want to see that as well, please do let me know because it's very much improved since I last spoke about it on my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to wet my face and get it ready for this cleanse. My skin is so dramatic, like how is it turning so red after applying water? I'll never understand. The cleanser is very much like a gel once you pump it out, but then the more you lather, it turns into a really nice thick texture. And this is really key because I have been following the 60-second rule by LA Beautyologist, I think her name is, and ever since I've been doing this, honestly, cleansing my face, I've seen huge results from it. So 60 seconds, I'm going to cleanse my skin and I'll show you guys the results. Another thing I like to do is wet my hands again and then just go over it to get the product to foam up just a little bit more, and this way you have, especially with this product, more of a lather to work with as it's quite thick, so it was easily being soaked in by my skin, and I want to avoid that and just get as much use of the product as possible. So I've rinsed that off and my skin literally just goes red all the time, so just ignore that guys, okay? It's not having a reaction or anything, but anytime I wash my face or do any kind of mask, it just goes red and it clears up within literally a few minutes. So I've just come to realize that's just how it is, and I just let it do what it wants to do. So now that I've cleansed my skin, you guys can see like it looks so much more radiant and clean, which is the really important part. So next I'm going to use a mud mask, and the reason why I cleanse my skin before doing a mud mask is because I want to get rid of the dirt as much as I can, and then I want the mud mask to really go into my skin and just get out anything that's chilling there and sitting there when it shouldn't be, and then that way I'll get a really nice fresh looking face. So the one I'm going to use is by Kiehl again, and it is the Turmeric and Cranberry Seed Energizing Radiance Mask. I've used this mask around 3 times now. I'm really big on making sure I finish everything I use before I go to the next one, even if it is masks, as you can alternate between them. But I find I like to give my skin time to get to know a product and to really see the true results from it, and mixing and matching can sometimes be a bit chaotic for my skin from my experience, so I always like to stick to one thing. And it's really good for me because, as you guys know, being a content creator, I receive an abundance of packages, so for me to be able to go through the stuff that I'm really interested in, I have to make sure I'm clearing everything so it's like a organized system. So I'm just applying the mask with a brush. And I like using brushes these days because when I used to use my fingers, it would just get so messy. So now we keep it clean and tidy. The areas for me that need a lot of love are my chin and my nose. I always get a lot of build-up of blackheads and oil in my nose, and it's like such a bad habit of mine that whenever I go into the lift in my apartment, the lighting there is so harsh. Do you guys know those mirrors in life that whenever you go up to them, they always tell you the truth and nothing but the truth? That's the mirror in my lift. Like, just as I'm headed out, feeling fly, I look in that mirror and I'm like, do you see all of that oil sitting in your pores? And I literally want to like just get it all out. But prior to the lockdown, I was always getting regular facials, something called microdermabrasion, I think. I was always getting this thing, and they literally like use this tool, well, they apply this liquid and they use this tool to kind of suck everything out, and then it ends up turning the water like this funky color. And my skin therapist would also do extractions, and she picked up that I was using loads of oils at one point, because there was this whole movement last year when everyone was saying use oils if your skin's oily, and I was doing it and she was like, you're using oils, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, you need to stop, it's literally sitting in your skin like rent-free. And I was like, okay. So now I don't use oils. The only time I do is when I'm cleansing my skin at nighttime. So again, if you guys want to see that, let me know. But that's my nighttime routine, especially if I've worn makeup. Using an oil to cleanse is amazing. Like, you literally feel like a brand new woman, and I love that. I should have also picked up a smaller brush, because around this area it's so hard to not get the mask in your hair. I don't want a mud mask in my curls, so we'll keep it like so and like that. Have you guys seen the videos of Tabitha, Miss Tabitha Brown? And every time she adds an ingredient, she's like so, like that. I always love watching her videos. Okay, boom. I'm also gonna add some in the corner of my mouth. I mean, in the corner of my nose. Like so, like that. So you guys will notice that I didn't put the mask around my eyes, because the texture of my skin around my eyes is so much more different to everywhere else, and I don't want to cause any kind of reaction. I don't want to put anything near my eyes where it could potentially harm it, so I like to keep a nice distance between the two. But my skin is already tingling, it feels so good. I love when masks tingle, because for me, I'm just like, it's doing something. So I'm gonna leave this in for about 10 to 15 minutes, then I'm gonna rinse it off and we shall begin the rest of the journey. But in the meantime, let's just chill and listen to lo-fi beats, and then yeah, it's skincare time. So guys, it's been 10 minutes. In that time I was just posting on stories and just being on Instagram. So now I'm going to rinse this off. I'm actually going to do it in the bathroom, because there's no way I can do it with a little towel and a bowl of water. So yeah, it's quite a hard mask, so you want to make sure you do not get it everywhere, especially because it's got turmeric. Turmeric is very staining to anything. So yeah, I'm gonna rinse this off carefully and make sure I do not stain my kimono or anything like that. So I'll be back in a few. Okay guys, so I've rinsed it off and my skin feels so good. Like, the results impress me every single time, and I'm absolutely like very, very happy right now. So next up, I'm gonna tone my face, and I'm gonna use a Bobbi brown toner. It has cucumber in it, so it's really, really refreshing, and I just love using this gem. So yeah, we're gonna use this next. And the reason we tone is because we want to just make sure we've removed all possible dirt. We want to cater to those pores, and we just want to give our skin a really nice smooth base to work with for whatever we apply next. You guys can already see my skin is a lot more hydrated looking than it was when I first showed you guys my skin after the mask. Sometimes masks can be really drying for your face, especially if you're using ones that are very heavy. So it's really important to make sure you tone afterwards. So even though I did a mud mask and I cleansed my face, there was still some dirt left on there. This is why it's really important to tone. And I like to just go on the other side as well of the pad so that I can get any other dirt. Now the pad is clean, so my skin is officially ready for everything else to come. So something that I started using that I wasn't using before was serums, and I use a serum just before applying my moisturizer, and I found it's made a huge difference to my skincare routine. It's most beneficial when you use brands that really work well together, or the same brand, so that the moisturizer and the serum can really work together to get the best out of all the ingredients that are inside of them. So my moisturizer and serum that I was using prior to this actually finished yesterday, weirdly enough, and so I went into my skincare stash this morning and I picked something that stood out to me. I was using the Votary serum, and I was using the Ole Henriksen moisturizer. They were absolutely amazing. I would definitely use them again, but I'm going to try something else now and just see what it will do for my skin. I really insist, guys, don't mix and match with your skincare. Stick to one thing. Unless your skin reacts to it, then stop using it. But for you to see the best results of something, you have to use it for a long period of time. And I think that's why my skin has been really good to me the last few months, because I've been really consistent with my routines. I never go to bed with makeup on. I always cleanse my face, and yeah, nowadays I rarely get huge breakouts, only when Mother Nature's in town, so that's really, really good. Whereas before, I would literally wake up to 6 new spots, and they were really big, harsh ones every morning. So I'm really, really impressed with the way my skin looks right now. So this is the serum I'm going to use. It's the Rose Deep Hydration Oil Infused Serum. And I actually forgot to do this, but they said you need to shake the bottle before using it, because they've mixed oil and water. Yeah, oil and water and oil don't mix, so most likely the oil is probably sitting at the top whilst the water's at the bottom. So we just want to mix that so that the ingredients can work well together. That's much better. You guys see that? It's even moved higher. Okay, so they probably wrote on the bottle that you only need a few, but I use everything in huge quantities. So I'm going to rub this together. Oh, this feels really yummy. It's very, very lightweight in comparison to the other serum I was using. And I like to tap my serum as well as do this motion, and then I like to use the inside of my palm as well. This smells amazing, guys. It's so fresh. Oh, it's Fresh Beauty. Let's see what they did there. It's so fresh, and it really does smell like flowers, but nothing too harsh. It does smell a bit like cucumber, very, very lightly. And yeah, I just love how it looks. This is nice. Voila. So now I'm going to use the Rose Moisturizer as well by Fresh Beauty. So I'm using the same brands because I don't know what the serum would have been like with anything else. So I'm just going to stick to the same ingredients so that they can both balance each other out. So with skincare, a recent tip that I learned is that you should always use products in order of how thick they are. So this moisturizer is very thick in comparison to the serum, and it's my first time using this moisturizer as well, but this is the consistency. So now I'm just rubbing this in a circular motion, and I'm just going to, ooh, these guys are working so well together. As I was saying about the thickness, so obviously if I was to apply a thick moisturizer on and then apply a light serum on top, which is obviously the incorrect order anyway, because the moisturizer is very thick, it's more likely to really sit in the skin and block anything else from kind of getting inside. So always use your products in order of light to thick, and I've been following that, and trust me, you really see the benefits of each product. So with my moisturizer, I like to apply it, and then I then go in for a really nice facial massage, which I learned from Nicola Joss. I did a live on Instagram, like a whole chit chat situation, and it was really nice. She taught me so many techniques. She's actually Meghan Markle's skin facialist, so yeah, it was really nice to learn from her. And she's also given me a facial before. I completely like zoned out. I felt so good. So yeah, I love like getting facials from her. I'm just putting a little bit more moisturizer on my face, and I'm going to move my face in an upward direction. Oh, that feels good. And do the same thing on the other side. And then you can do this one. Then another one she did, it was this. And then you just go around the eye area. And the reason why I remembered the reason for this one. We have lymphatic acids around our eyes. So if you do these circular motions, then it really promotes them to keep your eyes nice and hydrated, and yeah, just to make them look a lot more brighter and a lot more refreshed. So that's why she did this one. And we go back again in a circle. So even though I'm at home, I'm gonna use an SPF, and I like to do this all the time, even if I'm indoors, because you are exposed to radiation from your phone and from screens and such, and I have floor to ceiling windows, so even when the sun does come into my apartment, I wanna make sure I'm protected all the time. So I'm using this SPF by Beauty Bio, and I've been using it for maybe 2 to 3 months now. Really good, no complaints. It doesn't make me look ashy or anything like that, so I love it. And I'm only using this much. So with my SPF, similar to my serum, I like to use the palms of my hands, and I just dab everywhere. You will feel so relaxed and refreshed after you like really indulge in your skincare routine. Even if you have acne, like when I had acne, I felt like my skin wasn't good enough to be pampered. It was almost like a punishment thing, and I was always using such harsh things because I wanted to just remove the spots. But your skin needs love, so make sure you guys really pamper it, look after it in this time. Incorporate those facial techniques by using oils and everything like that, and trust me, you'll feel so good. And the last and final thing that I love to use is a lip balm. I'm actually torn between 2 lip balms because I usually always use this one by Frank Body, but then I just got sent this one by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's so good. So I don't even know which one to use for you guys, but I think because I'm going to be at home today, I'm not going to apply makeup, and after this I'm just going to relax and edit and cook a nice meal. I'm going to use this balm because it's like a mask. It says on the back, a lip conditioner by day, a lip mask by night. So yeah, I've used it at night time. I used it yesterday and the day before. I'm going to use it in the day and just see what it does. So I'm just going to apply this, and then we are good to go, guys. And my skin is very happy. It looks happy, it's glowing, and I feel relaxed. I feel so good, so ready to just chill. And if I was gonna do my skincare routine for instance the salon, I would do these same techniques, but I'll just speed it up, or I'll just wake up a little bit earlier and just give myself that time to just feel good and just feel empowered and ready for the day. So this lip balm is it is a magic lip oil, so it's very different to the Frank Body one that I use that is so thick, but I use this lip balm literally before I film, like all the time, because it just gives me this lovely glow on my lips, and it just really enhances my natural lip color. So that product, I'll always buy it every time it runs out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and most importantly, I hope you learned some tips that you'll incorporate into your own skincare routine. Remember to always be gentle on your skin, and most importantly, to just allow it to relax you, because this is quality time with yourself, and you really want to make sure in that time you're being kind to yourself and you're just complimenting your features and your amazing inner beauty and outer beauty. So yeah, just make sure to do that. And if you're watching this whilst we are in quarantine, then definitely invest that time into your skin, because you have it now. So do more treatments and just spend that time giving yourself facial massages. But I'll see you guys for the next video, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.